on, people? Welcome back to another Gamer Speak. Whoo! We got some news today. It's more Pokemon, as you can see by the thumbnail. And a couple days ago, I caught wind that there was going to be news on this very day. And usually, they play it pretty bright and damn early. So I got my ass up on my day off at probably like 5 in the morning, I think, to see it. Didn't upload until 8:30, and now I'm mad. But nonetheless, we're talking about it. It's 8:30. I'm a mess, unshowered mess of a man, and I'm ready. I'm so tired. I'm gonna sleep after this. But anyway, let's get to the news. So, regardless of what it says in the title, they do show the first evolution of the starters, but as it turns out, the video is not really all about that. It's probably about barely 10% about the shit that they showed us. Alright, so let's move on. Our first one, Rowlet's evolution, goes straight into Dartrix. Yeah, Dartrix, that's how you would say that, I guess. And he got this James from Team Rocket look going. He got the flowing hair, only green this time. So he took a trip to Hot Topic. Instead of bluish purple, he got that green. Looking pretty nice. He looks pretty like sophisticated from how he acts and stuff. Moving on from that, not really much to talk about these starters here. We got Torracat, which is Litten's evolution. And Torracat is probably the best looking evolution out of the three so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the James from Team Rocket look. He's really trying to pull it off. But Torracat definitely looks like a more modern version of a Pokemon. So, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I like the evolution style. And you can definitely tell people it's kind of one of the evolutions, since we confirmed there's probably going to be 2 evolutions, is going to be firefighting. Let's just face it, he's already getting to that. He's got the little charm on his thing, and it's already started like a little wrestling belt, I guess, from the leaks or whatever. But anyway, I'm just being crazy. Moving on to the next one. And this is Brione. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Either way, it's correct, but I don't know what way's right. Okay, so Brione, I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't really think I cared about Popplio all that much, other than that it's a sea otter or like a sea lion, and I love those animals to death. But I don't know. Just obviously you can tell it's going to be more of a feminine Pokemon, I guess. Judging from its features, it's got that those cartoon mascara eyelash pokes spikes on top of its eye, so you can tell it's kind of more of a feminine Pokemon, I guess. Now it's also wearing a dress. I just completely skipped over that. But yeah, those are the starters. All of them remain their typing from the first evolution as usual. We didn't pull Monferno out here and just randomly changed to firefighting. And other than the 3 starters, they did show off the... God, I already forgot what it was called, but the Pokemon Ami Improvement Poke Nintendogs, I guess, is what I'm calling it, because I can't remember the name. And they did kind of show off some other things in there that were kind of interesting. They kind of showed that Pokemon don't like certain for example, Torracat, whenever the little charm on its chest was touched or hanging, I don't know, I can't tell if it's on its chest or hanging off its neck, but the little charm on its whatever got touched by the player, and it didn't like it. It got all upset about it. And then Dartrix, I guess, doesn't like his face being touched or some shit like that, because then he got all like, oh god, my god, I'm getting surprised out here. And then that he just went back to normal. And then, but for some reason it just showed that Brownie didn't have a no-touch zone, I guess, in a way. I guess that's what we're calling it. All they did is they showed her falling asleep from whatever. So much like this is becoming more and more like Nintendogs integrated within the game, but that's fine. It'll still probably help us out in some shape or form. I mean, actually, it has confirmed, because now what I didn't cover in the last Gamer Speak or the last news update, whatever you want to call it, Pokemon Poke Nintendogs was actually confirmed that by interacting with your Pokemon, you can actually heal statuses without having to go to a Pokemon Center now. So now Pokemon Centers are basically useless unless your Pokemon's fainted or just really weak and low and you don't want to use items. So that's pretty damn helpful if you ask me. This is pretty much changing the game, just that in itself. I didn't cover that in the last one, so I might as well now. And yeah, it's definitely becoming more of a convenient game, and I'm definitely enjoying that because I hate fucking going all the way back to a Pokemon Center. Alright, next, behind all the smoke and mirrors of the evolution of the Pokemon, we have literally everything else that was important. I'm gonna be honest, the evolutions, the first evolutions, the starters, I never usually pay attention to or care about. So I'm kind of waiting for that final evolution, especially the split, to see what the other ones turn into. But this, my people, have fun in Festival Plaza. Yeah, and have fun indeed. Okay, so basically it just shows you running around in a little hub world. And then there's some guy that's like spawning in or something. He's got like Super Saiyan powers. And it's just like basically just open world. Just like a little open hub world. Like Crash Bandicoot open hub world style. And that's pretty damn cool. There's a lot of shit to do, and it's when I show you these next pictures, you'll see better. It says earn festival points by fulfilling other players' requests. Judging from what I just said, without anybody knowing anything, you'd probably question what the fuck that means. But it shows like a guy named Jefferson, and he's talking to him, and he says he needs to go to a yummy place, which probably is not something you should say to a person, and that's how you get hurt out here. You go into a yummy place. So it gives you a bunch of options that have a star next to it, and then later on, like immediately after, like he says something, and then all that. So it's basically like the now I'm forgetting what it's called, but in Black and White, the original Black and White, it might have been in Black and White too, I don't remember. They had like a system like this where you had your own, like, you had a tunnel, but the tunnel was like a marketplace, and people would come visit your marketplace, like actual real players, characters would visit your marketplace via like infrared connection or something like that, or it was like Wi-Fi or your friends or something like that. And they would come in, and then you'd ask them, and they'd ask you to direct you to a place, and if you got it right, you got some sort of reward for it. And it's usually, it was a huge help in that game, whichever one it was, Black and White or Black and White 2. But it was a gigantic help, especially some places just gave you like EV training stuff, and some places gave you like rare shit like Master Balls and all that. Not that that's too important, but it's just interesting how they're trying to integrate all the extra stuff that all the other games tried to do and put it all in one place. And it's actually going to work, probably, because this is just a infrared, what the fuck, Wi-Fi, like wireless connection place that you can go to whenever you feel like. So that's pretty interesting in a sense. That next picture, it shows pretty much the next thing. It shows you riding a Tauros in like a mini game, and you're like crushing a bunch of rocks, boulders, I guess, in a way, and like you're just plowing through them. And then it goes over one more time, and basically doing those mini games gives you little coins, and you can buy things in the shop that are basically just another way to EV train your Pokemon. We don't know how effective it is right now, but most definitely it does seem like it's going to be at least some effective, like to some effectiveness, because I don't see this not being a huge help in something. Like they're obviously going to put it in the game for something, and it's definitely probably going to be a big part of EV training. Just another way to do it, just to do it, I guess. And it seems like a lot. So, like it says, raises the example raises Pokemon's base HP a lot. So I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be a big deal. Alright, moving on again is probably my favorite thing about the whole update. Calago. We finally have something to do in the box, other than just useless shit and store Pokemon and let them sit there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've been literally waiting for this forever in a Pokemon game. I've been playing Pokemon since technically 2nd gen, so I didn't start 1st gen, sorry people. But, whoo! Oh, I've been waiting for this shit forever. Because, one of my favorite Pokemon game of all time is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And, that had a system where you could do shit with your Pokemon in the box. Now, technically you couldn't, but there was a whole mechanic in the game that based off of Pokemon being in your box. And the more Pokemon you had in your box, the more effective that mechanic was to get more Pokemon purified. If you're not if you're not familiar, can't fucking speak again, go figure. If you're not familiar with Pokemon XD, they had like a Shadow Pokemon system where you could purify them, and then they'd be able to trade over to other games. So, but it's not necessarily like that, but the whole point I'm trying to make is they're finally fucking adding to shit. So, your Pokemon go to 3 different islands, I think, and the first one is Isle Abines. Pick up some Abines, and then, so pretty much what they do is, what this isle does is it attracts wild Pokemon to your game. And they'll join you. So, essentially, you're just having your fucking Pokemon go around in like a fucking trading, like slave trading. And they find some just wild animal around there, and they just capture them and just bring them to your box, I guess. And that's pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie, that's pretty awesome. I mean, it might be pretty cumbersome, but it seems like from the choices that you get from the 3 islands, you don't necessarily have to do that, because I'm just going to assume that it's going to be like the, once again, Black and White Dream World, where you could go around and find wild Pokemon, and then bring them over to your game. So, I'm feeling it's going to be kind of like that. Next, we have Isle Apun. So we got Abines and Apun. Real mature Pokemon, fuck. Alright, so this one's actually probably the most important one. This is kind of like the underground exploring from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Fuck, I just can't remember anything today. And then the once again, the Dream World from Black and White, where you have a bunch of Pokemon, once again, in your PC box, so finally something to do. And they go in for a short amount of time. That time, I think, is not confirmed how long it's gonna take. And they come back with valuable items. And judging from what's shown on this picture, which future Cole bring up the picture. Judging what's up on this picture, depending on the Pokemon that are in this game coming up and all that, a Leaf Stone, Dust Stone, Float Stone, and a Shiny Stone, just as an example. So, obviously we can get Evolution Stones from this. This might be a huge help. This might actually almost be mandatory to do, because looking for fucking stones in-game sucks. Like, I just want to be able to get them an easier way. And I remember X and Y kind of started that, where they made it like hella easy to just get water stones. And that was like the rarest stone in like all of Pokemon for a long time. It's really hard to find a water stone in some games, but because there's usually only one. But definitely this one just seems like you're gonna be able to just get as many stones as you like, and possibly even more shit. It says valuable items, so if you notice, it says there's a float stone. Float stone's pretty cool. But, so you might actually get competitive battle items from this, and that would be really cool. Alright, moving on to the next isle is the Isle Evelup. Yeah, Evelup, I guess. So basically, yet another way to EV train your Pokemon, but this time in the box. So there's just another way to do it, I guess. So the example they give us here is the Special Defense Boost drink. So it just increases the base special defense stat and that's all it does. And you just leave them there for training, and then you just give them the drink, and they get stronger from it. So I don't know if this is gonna be like the vitamins, where they're not really all that helpful anymore, or it's just gonna be like super training, but with drinks instead of punching bags. So that seems really fucking awesome. Yet another way, they're just throwing ways at us to get competitive with this game. Honestly, with Sun and Moon, I don't really see anyone, at least not attempting. Like, everybody's gonna try and get competitive with this game in some aspect. Like I said in the last video, not necessarily in the means of tournaments and stuff, but or going to tournaments or VGC competitions. But I'm talking about more like there's gonna be more competitiveness within groups of people, just friend groups and all the whatnot who have the game. And I think that's honestly a good way to do it, is to kind of like sneak in some competitive values to that kind of casual play. I think it'd work perfect, really, honestly. Alright, here's probably the biggest topic, and they barely grazed through it. I shouldn't say barely, because they did show a lot of shit that we already seen. So literally like a whole 20 seconds of the trailer was just straight up nothing, because we already knew. But the first part of it was pretty damn important, and judging from how this character dialogue is read, we might be in some trouble here with the competitive community. Relive Mega Evolution. So yeah, it's confirmed, Megas are still in the fucking game. For the people who are complaining that they were just gonna go away, congrats, they're back. For the people who wanted them to stay gone, sorry, you're shit out of luck, because this is just a bit much at this point. Like, judging from what this is said, I'm gonna give it another read. I'm pretty fucking tired, so I must have misinterpreted earlier when I watched the trailer. So, which was like 20 minutes ago, but still. Alright, let's read this. So, the person says, the Z-Ring helps the feelings of a trainer reach his or her Pokemon and makes it so it blah blah blah, and helps it do the moves. And then later he goes on, which for some reason I didn't capture a picture of it, but I don't know if I'll get it up. He says, but it'll also be able to help you Mega Evolve. They can still undergo Mega Evolution. So my question is, does the Z-Ring equip a stone, or does this Pokemon equip the stone? Because I do not remember how they worded that. And the way they worded that in the little trailer is that you're gonna be able to Mega and do a Z move, because the Z-Ring just has the stone in it and not the Pokemon. And that's gonna be fucking broken. I really hope that's not the case, and I'm just being fucking drunk. But or a crazy man, or whatever you want to call it, but fucking hell. If that's the truth, that we're in for some trouble, people. That is not okay in a lot of ways, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. I probably just misinterpreted it, who cares. But yeah, it's pretty exciting though. Mega Evolution comes back, although I really hope you're gonna have to choose between Z-Move and Mega, because oh god, please not let this happen. Anyway, moving on to the next one, which I'm not... Well, actually, I forgot, we got a little bit of moves? No, we got a little bit of news. And, we got a announcement for a special demo version, which is pretty fucking cool. It's gonna be a lot like, ORAS, I assume. Or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, in case anyone was curious. And so it's going to be like those, where there's a special demo like about a month before the game comes out. So starting October 18th, so pretty much a month almost a month exactly, we're going to be able to play a special demo version that has nothing to do with playing the main game. It's probably going to be like a side thing, or like a demo, like a specific area made for the demo, just like it was in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. And much like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you'll get something exclusive to that demo, so you won't be able to get it anywhere else. You'll get a Greninja. which normally people would be like, okay, woohoo, whatever, I can breed 1,000 Greninjas, don't care. However, this Greninja has has a pretty unique ability. I already forgot what it was called. Fuck. Anyway, it's not important because the outcome is just fucking Ash Greninja. And that irritates me to an insane level of pretty much anything. But, yeah, fucking Ash Greninja is your reward for playing the demo. Am I still gonna play it? Yes. But, am I excited about Ash Greninja? Fucking no. I mean, just look at him. He looks fucking stupid. He just looks like Ash. It actually doesn't look like Ash. Scratch that. He looks like fucking... He's got little Ash sideburns that are way too big. And then that's about it. And a red crest on his head and a big and the fucking demon wind shuriken from Naruto. And that's about it. He doesn't look any different, people. He's just Greninja. But people swear up and down it's the greatest thing in the world. And it apparently is. Because now Greninja is even more of a problem than he was before. Because, let's be real here, Greninja was kind of like a threat in a lot of teams in the competitive game. But, or especially in the competitive game during 6th gen. But, now he's become even more of a problem. And I feel like at this point it's just going to be broken. Because, you're going to be able to obviously transfer this Ash Greninja, or the Greninja with a special ability, to the full version of the game. And I'm judging from what they showed in the gameplay, he fights a Mega Garchomp and he uses Ice Beam, right? But it doesn't kill it. So immediately before Garchomp can do his attack, he does Ice Beam again. But they cut it off before it can fucking launch again. I saw that shit. He got into the battle animation again. I ain't dumb. And he does Water Shuriken twice, and probably kills that Aerodactyl. We know. We know, you can't hide that. It, like, fucking, go watch the trailer for me. Just go watch that. Skip to the end and watch the Ash Greninja part. He does the battle animation for doing Ice Beam. Hits Garchomp with Ice Beam, does super effective damage, quad damage, and then fucking starts to do the animation again, and they cut it off to do Water Shuriken twice to make it look like he only does that move twice. No, we caught you, Nintendo. It's fine. we can't, Pokemon. You can't hide this shit from us. It's very blatantly obvious. So that's about it, though. I mean, kind of short and sweet, I guess, in a way, but we got some hella information on just kind of like extra stuff to do in the game. More importantly, the demo, people. If you're waiting to get a 3DS to get Sun and Moon, you might as well get it this month. Be it just for the demo. Just in case, just keep an eye out for more news, because much like today, I didn't catch wind of it until 2 days ago, and then I waited. So I just didn't know when the next date was. Although I don't know now, but I'm pretty sure we'll find out here in a little bit later today, because this news just dropped today. So we'll find out here pretty soon, I assume. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. If you wanna talk about this, feel free to express your opinions towards my opinions, or on my opinions, I should say, in the comment section down below. If you want to check out the previous Sun and Moon news I did, it should be under the playlist of Gamerspeak. And also feel free, once again, I plugged the last one, but I might as well do it again. More and more as the year progresses, the E3, I guess, opinions video, or E3 coverage video that we did for 2016, the games that are coming out are being more and more relevant, so you might want to check that out if you want to see some, or hear some little insights that we have on that. It's pretty interesting. And also, if you like this content, feel free to subscribe and follow us on Twitter as well. And we can have a conversation on Twitter. I'm down for that. I'll talk about this shit literally all day because it's gonna be on my brain all day. What else should I shamelessly plug while I'm over the mic? Oh yeah. quick update on the Twitch channel. Our streams are no longer going to be on Wednesday, although they might be. It's really hard to tell. Streams will no longer be always on Wednesday, and they're kind of going to be sporadic for now because we just found a scheduled time isn't going to work. But for now on, all of our streams are mostly going to be later in the evening. We noticed that people haven't really been able to watch due to them going to work or school or whatever. And so yeah, we've kind of just shifted our scheduled times for streaming later at night. So that's about it. Other than that, that's all I got for you people. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.